To understand the cinema of John Carpenter, you needn't look further than one of the opening scenes of one of his earliest efforts, Assault on Precinct 13.
Hey, this is regular vanilla. I wanted vanilla twist.
In the cinema of Carpenter, doom constantly looms over the heads of his dark horse characters. Cynicism prevails, and anyone can die at any time.
And all great directors, I feel, have in common a way of looking at the world. Oftentimes what they do is unconscious.
Carpenter's name couldn't be more appropriate. In him, you've got a blue-collar craftsman plying his trade, an artisan with the adept eye, honed skill, and intrinsic instinct of an artist. His casts frequently feature top-notch veterans such as Janet Leigh, Lee Van Cleef, Jeff Bridges, Ernest Borgnine, and Donald Pleasance. But also first-timers like Jamie Lee Curtis. And did I mention the many faces of Kurt Russell?
Boy, sure is raining cats and dogs.
With Escape from New York, Carpenter stretched the low-budget buck maybe more ambitiously than any filmmaker had before, and gave to the world the gift of Snake Plissken.
Don't fuck with me.
When Plissken returned 15 years later, it was like he hadn't changed a bit. But the movie-making climate certainly had, and the big-budget Escape just didn't have the charm of its underdog original.
Gotta be kidding.
Halloween wasn't the first of the modern slasher cycle, but it's clearly the best. And a perennial favorite that continues to generate shitty clones and loving homages to this date.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
The Thing may have tanked thanks to a brilliant marketing strategy that pitted it against E.T. at the box office. But time has clearly vindicated this gorgeously grotesque movie masterpiece. There's not a horror fan in the world with a shred of self-dignity who doesn't cheer when he hears,
"Fuck you too!"
Along with a once-in-a-lifetime collection of men's men, as well as practical special effects the likes of which we may never see again, this sweet piece of cynical cinema occupies a warm place in the hearts of horror lovers, like few films ever will.
They Live is about the Reagan Revolution being controlled by aliens from another galaxy.
This prime piece of popcorn movie making has got more great one-liners.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
More fuck yeah moments with more heart and soul than most multiplexes have on a given weekend. Not to mention, the most epically long fight scene in film history. Along the way, he's given us a handful of exemplary heart pumpers. The Fog functions as a classic campfire ghost story and a classy piece of American Gothic. Christine ranks among the best Stephen King adaptations because it's more concerned with its characters than it is its killer car. Starman showed the world that Carpenter could make us cry as readily as he could make us cower. Big Trouble in Little China manages to pull off the unlikely trifecta of being a comedic kung fu neo-western. And Vampires gave James Woods the rare opportunity to speak from the heart.
We can find him and shove a stake right up his ass.
He's famously provided many of the memorable scores for his own films, giving him one up on practically every other auteur. And he's even stretched his acting chops.
Sorry. I just couldn't resist. You gotta be fucking kidding.
He's done just about everything, and in several cases done it better than the best. Science fiction, action, comedy, and of course, horror. Many permutations of horror, from the supernatural to the slasher, the nail-biter to the puke-inducer. From the unimaginably unbelievable to to the terrifyingly all too believable. The man has blessed us with a hell of a lot of cool cinema.
What I am proudest of is my body of work taken as a whole. At the end, I would like somebody to say, yeah, he was a movie director.
Yeah, he's a movie director.
99.